I'm Sean Montiel.
I'm Montserrat Perez, and you're watching Cougar News Network.
Brad made any
Puppies on campus. See why the adorable dogs were at the Magnet campus.
Beautifying the school. A look at the massive art project by art students.
Why don't you stand up?
Student actors hit the stage for UIL. Find out what their play is about and the work they went into the production.
The search for a new head football coach is on. More details coming up in sports.
Seniors are approaching the end of their time here at Franklin.
While it is an exciting time for many, students need to make sure they're completing the steps needed to graduate. There are certain requirements students need in order to get their high school diploma. Students must have the 26 required credits to graduate. Some students only need 22 credits depending on the graduation plan. Students have to have an endorsement which is similar to a degree plan. Seniors must complete their FAFSA even if they are not planning on going to college. Seniors must also apply to 3 colleges and apply to 3 scholarships. Counselors offer some advice to students who may be falling behind.
Come to your classes. That's the best way. Don't get behind because this is the last semester. Some kids leave everything to the last minute, and that's what they've kind of always done their whole high school career, and then, they always have time to make it up. You don't have time to make it up now. This is crunch time.
Seniors should have all the requirements completed by senior clearance. If you need any help completing your graduation requirements, see your counselor as soon as possible. Theater performs their spring showcase against competitor schools for UIL.
Reporter Liliana Gonzalez explains how the company prepared for this competition.
Why don't you stand up?
Franklin Theater kicks off the second semester of the 2024-2025 school year with the UIL One Act competition.
UIL One Act is a competition where schools across EPISD have one act shows, and they will just compete it. They'll perform it for the judges, and the judges will judge the plays.
The company prepared the play Uncle Vanya about a family and their dysfunctional relationship once relatives return to the family's property in Russia.
I play Uncle Vanya, so obviously it sort of focuses on his turmoil. The plot it just engulfs everyone in the house. Their problems, some people have romantic interests that don't love them back, so they're in turmoil over that. Vanya also has that, but he also has this hatred towards his brother-in-law.
The competition took place February 26th at Socorro High School, earning cast members Elias Badia and Brianna Livingston honorable mentions for their performances.
Feeling confident. My first year doing the one act competition, I wasn't very confident because I didn't really know much. I didn't know what was going to happen. But now as a senior, I feel like I have a much more idea of what's going to happen, what's expected of us, what the day's going to look like. So I'm pretty confident.
After the competition, the theater company held one show on March 27th at 7 p.m. in Franklin's auditorium for students and parents to watch. This is Liliana Gonzalez reporting.
Student artists are getting the chance to have their work displayed at the El Paso Museum of Art.
It's part of an initiative started by the EPIC Fine Arts Department. Dozens of students from the district have been chosen to have their art displayed. About 5 of those students are from Franklin. Representatives from the Art Museum came to Franklin at the end of March to see the progress students have made on the pieces that will be on display at the museum. One student whose work is featured at the Art Museum talks about what inspired her piece.
What inspired my piece was Greek mythology and the Bible itself. So the main structure of it was the story behind Moses splitting the waves, and behind it would be the Mount Olympus from Greek mythology, because I adore Greek mythology a lot.
The artwork will be displayed starting this summer. It's expected to remain at the museum until next year.
As spring gradually rolls in, art students took to the courtyard to inject some life into the Franklin sidewalk. Franklin art students spent the day in the sun on Thursday, March 27th for the Chalk the Courtyard event. All AP drawing students participated as well as other art students. Students share what inspired their drawings.
I'm doing a snake wrapped around a knife. I thought it was cool. I really like American traditional tattoos, so it was kind of based off that.
And I'm drawing the Smiling Friends from the TV show Smiling Friends. Pretty fun. I really like these guys, and every time I get the option to, I draw them.
I'm drawing a person who's trying to pick up colors, I guess. It has a metaphor. I think people try really hard to be happy, and it's just sort of, sometimes it falls apart, but it'll always be there.
This is the first time Franklin hosts the Chalk the Courtyard event. Students hope this event will return next year.
As spring gradually rolls in, our students took to the courtyard to inject some life into the Franklin sidewalk.
I spoke to the student artists responsible for the chalk installation, shining light on the process that went into creating each piece.
Franklin P-Tech students are learning about the important roles a dog can play in someone's life.
The organization Paws of Love made a stop at Franklin at the beginning of April to talk about their organization. They brought several therapy dogs with them. Students got to learn about the services offered by Paws of Love. They also had a chance to interact with the dogs. Paws of Love specializes in training family, therapy, and service dogs. The organization helps owners and their dogs understand each other better and improve their communication.
Congratulations to senior Lilith Spear for winning the Unidos Game t-shirt design contest. She submitted a design that will be printed on the t-shirt that will be worn by the athletes. Lilith explains what inspired her design for the contest.
I looked at past designs for the Unidos games and I really felt inspired to look at some Greek mythology. To me, it means a leading light, which is why I chose a torch for my design. And the flower I had in the back represented unity.
The Unidos Game is an Olympic-style competition for Special Olympic athletes in the district. It is held every spring. This year's games are scheduled to take place April 30th at Bridges High School. The game has been held here at Franklin in previous years. The Unidos Game gives EPISD students a chance to showcase their talents and athletic abilities in front of their parents, teachers, and community members.
Hey Cougars, I'm Matthew Saloom and here's a look at your Franklin sports. The Cougars football team will have a new look this next season as head coach Darren Walker has been relieved of his coaching duties.
The Cougars will be looking for a new head coach for the first time since 2007. Walker has led Franklin to a record of 160-90 since he started coaching here. In a statement, EPISD said, "We can confirm that Coach Darren Walker of Franklin High School has been resigned from coaching duties. As this is a personal issue, we cannot comment further. Franklin has one of the most successful programs in the city since Walker took over. The job is listed on the El Paso Independent School District website as the Cougars look for a new head coach to lead them to a district title." Franklin's softball team hasn't had the best season so far, and it still isn't going in the right direction. As in the last 10 games, they are 2-8, and those 2 wins have come against the T-Birds, outscoring them 39-14. Their most recent matchup against the T-Birds ended in a 23-9 blowout. Softball's most recent game against Montwood did not go their way, with the final score of 15-4, putting Franklin back on the losing streak. Congratulations to all 3 boys and girls track and field teams for winning district championships. This will be their 13th district title and boys' 4th area title. The varsity boys will compete in regionals this weekend in Arlington, Texas, where they hope to bring home a regional title and get one step closer to a state championship.
That's all for your Franklin Sports Cougars. Now back to Sean and Monse.
That's all for this week, Cougars. I'm Montserrat Perez.
And I'm Sean Montiel.
Thanks for watching Cougar News Network.